Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more WWE 2k18 Universe Mode. My name is BrendenPlayz. This is SmackDown, and it is just a couple of weeks away now from the Survivor Series pay-per-view here in Universe Mode, and things are getting bigger and bigger. Tonight we'll announce a couple more members for our Team Reigns and Team Edge match, and of course we will see Roman Reigns in action as well. More on that in a moment. First up though, this week on SmackDown, it is Sasha Banks going one-on-one with Nikki Bella. Both women need a win badly. Rusev, he's in action, taking on Titus O'Neil. Cruz will be in Titus O'Neil's corner as well. We'll also see some tag team action as both these teams, the Hype Bros and Gable and Benjamin, both teams badly need a win. Whoever does win will take on the White family next week to determine the #1 contenders. Speaking of tag team champions, it is RKO taking on Dallas and Axel, and they'll be testing themselves before potentially the Whites or the Hype Bros of Gable and Benjamin. We'll see Nia Jax take on Naomi. Of course, we now know Nia Jax will take on Becky Lynch at Survivor Series for the title. And we'll see Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns. They'll lock up here on SmackDown. That is huge. The IC champ Strowman versus former champion Reigns. Nikki Bella picks up the win over Sasha Banks. Rusev versus Titus O'Neil. Rusev picks up the win, the Bulgarian brute. It is Gable and Benjamin. They'll take on the Whites next week in a rematch. And RKO, they also pick up the win over Dallas and Axel. Time for women's action. So we're going to see our #1 contender, Nia Jax, in action here. She was named the #1 contender after, well, she didn't exactly win a #1 contenders matchup, but just her performances over the last couple of months and what she's been able to accomplish. Of course, two-time NXT Women's Champion. She's had a couple opportunities at the Women's Championship in recent times as well. Of course, when Charlotte was the champion around WrestleMania time. So she's had her chances. She's been excellent for a long period of time. But now she's looking to prove and cement her place as the #1 contender. Becky Lynch is her opponent. 1-on-1 for the Women's Championship at Survivor Series. That is a tough challenge for Becky Lynch. Becky's been great since winning the title against Charlotte at SummerSlam, but this may be her toughest task to date. This is so difficult for her. Nia Jax has expressed her desire to be champion for quite some time now. She's looking to finally get it done at Survivor Series. Her opponent, it is glow time because Naomi is on her way to the ring. Speaking of Naomi, I mean, she's been a champion in the past, yes, but Naomi having one of her better years here in Universe Mode, but without winning the major championship, she hasn't really been able to cap it off and really say this has been one of her best years, but she has been good. She's been in amongst the title picture at times. She's even been on a bit of a winning run, winning most of her matches, forcing her way into the Women's Championship title picture. Well, she's looking to do that again here tonight. She beats Nia Jax, and immediately she's put in the title hunt. Maybe she even forces it to be a triple threat matchup. That is what's on the line here for Naomi. She's been so good, Naomi. Can she find a way to knock off Nia Jax, who has been nearly unstoppable since arriving here to NXT and now the main roster of the WWE? This is SmackDown. This is Nia Jax and Naomi 1-on-1. Just a couple of weeks away from Survivor Series. And speaking of NXT, we're going to have the fallout of NXT TakeOver next up here on Universe Mode, with NXT coming your way in the next episode. So that'll be exciting to see what happens there. Of course, Bobby Roode, still your NXT champion, defeating, well, Cassius Ohno at NXT TakeOver. And that was a terrific matchup between the two. I thought maybe Ohno had a chance, but he couldn't quite get it done. And of course, Asuka, still the women's champion, as she won that tag team matchup with Ember Moon. But what happened after the matchup with Ember Moon getting attacked by Asuka has many wondering what is going to happen between those two. Will we see those two battle each other again for that championship? And of course, we saw the tag team champion Sanity against the Authors of Pain, and much more. Plenty of action happening. And of course, let's not forget the cruiserweights as well. What happened between, Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, and Gran Metalik? That was a shocking turn of events there. So plenty happening, and that'll be all coming up next on the next episode of Universe Mode, which is NXT, coming away very soon. Back to this matchup right now, though, as Naomi, we're going to kick Nia Jax, who obviously has a huge size advantage, as Nia Jax right now. But Naomi has the speed and agility. Oh, wait a second. That's Becky Lynch's music already. We're just getting things started. What is Becky Lynch doing out here? Becky Lynch, where is she for starters? Nia Jax turning around. Oh, hang on! There's Becky! The referee's distracted! And Becky Lynch with a Bexploder! Well, the referee, he didn't see any of it. I mean, what's new? But still, the referee, he failed to see what happened. And Becky Lynch fires a major strike there on Nia Jax, interrupting the matchup. But the match does continue, and now Nia hits back with a spine buster. I think, if anything, it may have just infuriated Nia Jax rather than helped, well, Naomi in this match. Maybe it will work against Naomi. I don't know, but Naomi is in control right now. So Becky Lynch coming out, attacking Nia Jax from behind. Let's not forget Nia Jax has attacked Becky Lynch a few times as well. So a bit of payback there. And I think just a bit of a message being sent as now Naomi Hurricanrana. Beautifully executed there. And obviously Nia Jax has been so good. And I think Becky Lynch just wanted to kind of bring Nia Jax back to earth, back down to earth a little bit, and just say, hey, I'm the champion, and here's why. And well, she kind of outsmarted Nia Jax on this occasion. And Naomi looking pretty good here with the head scissors. And Nia Jax did get back to her feet after the Bexploder, but I guess the wearing effects have started to come into play here because she's in some trouble. Naomi's in control of this matchup. It's the last thing Nia Jax would want is to lose this match to Naomi! The moonsault there! This could be it here, the split-legged moonsault. Is this enough to beat Nia Jax? No, the kick out at 2. Well, a big strike though by Naomi, and certainly she's looking excellent right now. She's definitely in this match. Naomi looking to put Nia Jax away, but Nia, belly-to-belly slam! That's not what you're looking for if you are Naomi. Now Jax has her up. But again, Naomi with a nice counter. But Jax, oh, again, taken down there by Naomi. Inverted Tornado DDT, taking down Nia Jax. Can Naomi pick up the upset win here? She's trying. She's giving everything she's got here. And Nia Jax, though, she's fighting it. She's not letting Naomi take this win just yet. Naomi now taking Jax into the corner. What can Naomi do here? Can she find a way to beat Jax? She's looking to take her off the top of the rope here. That's not a bad idea. If it will work. Jax though off the top, and oh, thought we're going to see her fly off the top of the rope. She thought against it. I think it might have been a good idea. No need to risk it here. As now Jax stomping away on Naomi here. Now Nia. Can she somehow come back into this matchup? Jax now has Naomi. Now the slam. The spine buster. And she's in a bad position because here comes the leg drop. The leg drop. And just leaves it there for good measure. Sending a message to Naomi. And now Jax has her up. Oh no, this isn't good. Naomi gets met with the Samoan drop. Nia Jax, so powerful. Drives the body of Naomi down and gets the win. Well, even with the distraction of Becky Lynch, Nia Jax still too good. Able to pick up the win here and survive this matchup. She looked a little bit vulnerable for a while there. Naomi had her chances, but unfortunately for her, unable to make the most of them. Nia Jax, though, when she had a slight window of opportunity, she took it, she made the most of it, and she got the win. Well, we will see Jax and Becky Lynch one-on-one at Survivor Series, and with what Becky Lynch did here tonight, trying to screw over Nia Jax, trying to send a bit of a message to her. Well, I'm sure things are just going to get started between those two. Nia Jax with the win here tonight. Can this momentum for her lead to a WWE Women's Championship for the first time in her career? We'll find out at Survivor Series. Well, backstage here, it is our General Manager Edge. And we know he's on the hunt for a new tag team member for Survivor Series. And there is Rusev after a victory here tonight against Titus O'Neil. Edge is trying to recruit Rusev. Extending his hand. Oh, wow. Wow. Rusev will not join Edge's team. And Edge seems to be struggling just a little bit and trying to find a tag team partner at Survivor Series. But what we do know is he has the Intercontinental Champion Braun Strowman on his team. He has former World Champion Chris Jericho on his team. He just needs one more. So who can Edge find? He tried Rusev, which is that's a risky move. That's a bold move. I personally wouldn't want to see that happen if I'm Edge. I think that's a bit of a desperate measure because we all know Rusev and Braun haven't exactly gotten along in recent months. So Rusev being on that team, I don't think would have worked. So I think it's a bit of a blessing in disguise. But Edge is just running out of people to try and recruit here. If he's going to Rusev, no offense to Rusev, but it's a dynamic that just wouldn't work for his team. So things are getting a little bit desperate for Edge. So who can he find? Is there anyone left? Can he find a partner? Because Roman Reigns, he believes that he has assembled a super team. He believes he's got the team that will beat Braun Strowman, Jericho and Edge, and whoever else they find. Reigns believes he has what it takes. And we know Roman Reigns beat Chris Jericho already. If he beats Braun Strowman here, Reigns, I think he's just himself. He doesn't even need a team. He's almost unstoppable. Roman Reigns has been so good, but we don't know anyone on his team. We don't know any of his partners. At this stage, it's just Roman Reigns. So can Reigns find any partners? I mean, if Edge is struggling, does that mean Reigns has already found 3 men and they're declining Edge? Or does this mean that maybe Reigns is struggling to find partners? I don't know. But one thing is for sure, Reigns needs to find 3 guys in the next 2 weeks. Otherwise, he'll be going at it alone. And if it's a 4-on-1 situation, I give Roman Reigns, even though he's so good and sometimes he's superhuman, he will have no chance. Roman Reigns, arguably the best superstar for a long period of time here on SmackDown, but has not captured the World Championship. That's what it's all about here. Reigns wants to be the World Champion. Edge believes that Reigns does not deserve it. Roman Reigns wants to prove him wrong. If Edge wins at Survivor Series, Reigns will be traded to Raw. But if Roman Reigns wins, then he will get a title opportunity whenever he desires. And Reigns could become the next WWE Champion, just like that. Reigns believes that give him an opportunity, give him a shot, he'll do it, he'll get it done. And Edge believes Reigns is not the right man to carry the ship, not the right man to be the face of SmackDown. Edge believes Roman Reigns, whilst he's very talented and he's accomplished a lot, he's had a lot of big wins, just doesn't have respect for anyone or any integrity at all. And he just isn't the right guy. He's not a great representative of what SmackDown what Edge wants SmackDown to be. Which is fair enough. I don't know if Braun Strowman is exactly what Edge wants SmackDown to be either, but Edge has aligned himself with Braun Strowman, and which I think is a fantastic idea because Braun Strowman himself has been on a huge rise to the top after dealing with the Wyatt family after WrestleMania, after winning the Intercontinental Championship. He's a 2-time champion now for that title. Braun Strowman has been on a terrific rise to the top. He's had to overcome a lot of different obstacles as well, but he's been able to overcome those, and now Strowman continues, I think, to prove that he may be one of the next world champions as well here on SmackDown. It's very possible if Reigns does somehow manage to beat AJ Styles, or whether it be Sami Zayn or Bray Wyatt, whoever is the champion, of course, after Survivor Series, if Reigns somehow manages to win Survivor Series and go on to get that title opportunity, it's very possible that one of those challenges for Roman Reigns down the line will be Braun Strowman. So this may not be the last we see of these two for quite some time. I believe these two will meet again in a high-profile pay-per-view main event matchup. And that world title will be up for grabs, which is very exciting to see. Right now, Strowman on the ropes there. Oh! Sprung with the ropes. Speaking of Braun Strowman, he's had his issues with Cesaro and Sheamus, who, well, they recently aligned together. And, of course, Sheamus coming over from Raw to SmackDown in the shake-up after No Mercy is now Reigns trying to pick up Strowman. That's not going to be easy to do as Strowman hits a suplex of his own. Of course, Cesaro and Sheamus, for whatever reason, we don't exactly know why. I think it's simply because Strowman has something that they both want, but also, you arrive as a team, and if you're not in the tag team title hunt, what do? You come after the biggest and baddest man on the show, and they have picked out Braun Strowman to be that man. If they take down Strowman, that immediately puts them on the map and makes them a serious threat to any title and a threat to the locker room. And I think that's what exactly they're trying to do here. They've been able to subdue Braun Strowman. They beat Strowman in a 2-on-1 handicap match at Backlash. And now Strowman has aligned himself with Team Edge. So we don't know what Cesaro and Sheamus is doing, and at this stage they're not a part of Team Reigns. I don't know if they will be. I think they might be just watching on the sidelines and maybe looking to pick apart Braun Strowman when he's beaten down. I mean, that's what surprised me. They've attacked Strowman multiple times after a matchup. Whenever they can get their chance at attacking Strowman, they try and do so. As right now, Reigns to the cover, can't get it done. Roman Reigns trying to fire himself up here. He knows this is a huge caliber matchup. If he beats Braun Strowman here, immediately Team Reigns is the favourite to win. And he doesn't even have any partners. That's how big this is, because if he could beat Jericho, if he could beat Strowman, you'd have to think he could beat Edge, who of course has so many injuries in his career. He's, struggling at this point to get in the ring and be at that higher level, but he believes Edge that he can still do it. We've seen Edge a few times compete at the top, and he's been successful. Of course, when we see the Battle of the GMs at Bragging Rights, Edge has been able to get it done. And let's not forget when he beat The Rock at Bragging Rights about a year ago, and how exciting that was. And so Edge has had success. Let's not forget about that. So whilst the injuries are there for Edge, we know that when it comes to high-profile, big main event matches, Edge is able to deliver. Clothesline there by Reigns. Now we're getting Braun Strowman back to his feet. The count continues. He's going to get him back in the ring and break it up. But in saying all that, and talking about Edge and his ability, I think if Reigns could beat Strowman and Jericho, who have been excellent in recent months, then I don't think Edge has much of a chance to dethrone the big dog. Reigns now. Oh, shot to midsection. Oh, DDT. Nicely executed there. Elbow drop as well. Chris Jericho, as we've been told, is not here tonight. We know Edge is here backstage. He's talking to everyone who will talk to him, and I don't know if he's had any luck trying to find a partner yet. I mean, look, if Edge, maybe an idea for Edge is to, find that man from Raw that was part of that trade that he had planned. I think that'd be interesting. If Edge can somehow talk to Christian and get that man that was going to be traded to SmackDown from Raw, if he can somehow get him on the Survivor Series team, I think that would be an excellent dynamic. That way, well, you beat Roman Reigns, you send him to Raw, and the guy that's going to be replacing him is the one that's helping Team Edge win. I think that would be a crazy dynamic, but that would also mean that Christian would have to potentially lose one of his own men. And, Roman Reigns with a Superman punch. Strowman not too phased at the moment. It is quite possible that man that is being traded is already locked into a big high-profile match, because we don't know the name of that man. So it may not be an idea. It may be an idea, but it may not be a plausible idea. It may not be possible. Right now, Strowman with an uppercut there to Roman Reigns. Reigns now firing back with some big right hands, but Strowman with a headbutt taking down Roman Reigns. Stomping away as well. Braun Strowman, vicious power and strength. He's so dominant. But there is weaknesses to his game. I think if you can get the better of Strowman, I think if you can get inside his head, you can make Strowman start to doubt himself a little bit. That's one of the keys to a victory over him. Is now Roman Reigns! Big time spear! Reigns immediately in the cover! Reigns to beat Strowman here on SmackDown! A kick out, the shoulder gets up. Wow, that was close. So close, and Roman Reigns thought it was 3. The referee saying just the 2. Strowman does survive. Well, that's the size advantage that Strowman has. He's so big, so powerful, that even if you hit your best shot, he's going to kick out. He's still going to be able to find a way to overcome it, and that is the danger that Team Reigns will have. One of the keys, I guess, is the fact it is survival of the fittest. If you can get Strowman in the ring and isolate him, get those frequent tags in and out, and slowly wear down the big man. Hang on, hold that thought. Strowman with the submission now. He's got Reigns up. Look at the power of Braun Strowman. Picking up Roman Reigns, trying to choke him out. Strowman. Oh, Reigns now. Right hands to the kidneys. The midsection getting a workout there by Reigns and able to save the day. Reigns was in some major trouble. And there's a takedown there by Roman. Well, just going back to Strowman as a kick out. If you can wear him down and tire the big man, that's when you're going to be also able to pick up the win. So, yes, he's so dominant, so powerful, but he's also, the cardio factor is going to be a major concern for Strowman as now Reigns has him up. There's no way he can do this. No way, surely! Oh my goodness, into the powerbomb! The crucifix powerbomb, excellent there from Reigns, and now he is fired up. And why wouldn't he be? Delivering that type of move to the man the size of Braun Strowman is unbelievable. Now Reigns again with a spear. Reigns now with a spear. Strowman though realized where he was and got his hand underneath the rope to force the break. Well, is it delaying the inevitable though? Roman Reigns has been so good. Unbelievable performance here by Reigns. Now dropping down the fist. The referee caught some of that though. And he's been taken out. Now Reigns trying to pick up Strowman, who's trying to get himself back into it. I don't think Braun Strowman's been in this situation for quite some time. Braun Strowman has been excellent for a long period of time here on SmackDown. But all of a sudden, Reigns has got the better of him. But to Braun Strowman's credit, he's still in the match. He's been able to kick out, but he's on defense right now, Braun, and this is a situation that he's really not used to. So Reigns, he's trying to find out what's the weakness to Braun Strowman. How do I beat this big man? And obviously preparing to try and find that out for a Survivor Series, but he's getting a bit of a chance to figure it out here right now. Cesaro and Sheamus, they certainly cracked it at Backlash. Reigns is trying to do it right now here on SmackDown. The cover. Is this it for Strowman? No, the shoulder gets up again. Well, Reigns has delivered a lot to this big man, and he's still in this match, and he's still getting back to his feet. He still wants to get up. He still wants to fight. And this is why he is the Intercontinental Champion right now. Strowman has him up. Oh, there's the power. Strowman takes down Reigns. Braun Strowman looking really good here at the moment. This last couple of exchanges here. The power on display. Here comes Strowman back in the matchup now, surely. Reigns could be in some trouble here. Braun Strowman could be getting closer and closer to a victory here. Braun Strowman has got Roman Reigns rocked. Strowman, though, you can see he's moving a little bit slower than usual. The big man now hooks that leg. Referee a little bit slow in position, but here is the cover. The chance to beat Reigns is available, but not taken. And Strowman can only go for a 2 count at this point. Reigns is still in this match, but for how much longer? Braun Strowman setting him up now for this running power slam. Braun Strowman has got it! Strowman running power slam, but he had the foot underneath the rope, and the referee says, you've got to break it up. Unbelievable. Strowman with a mistake there. Reigns back in the match. Well, Reigns did the same earlier on. Both these men are so exhausted that they're just making small little errors here. And these are the types of errors that you cannot afford to make at Survivor Series, because you make any slight error, you could be eliminated. And for Roman Reigns, if he's eliminated, he's going to Raw. His team cannot lose, otherwise he's done. Reigns, I'm sure he will not want to rely on 3 other men to save his career here on SmackDown. No way. That's the last thing Reigns will be looking to do. Oh, right hand to the back there. Strowman now into the cover again. This could be it here for Roman Reigns, who's wearing him down is Strowman, but again, another kick out. Roman Reigns is down. Reigns in some trouble, but Strowman, you can see he's just exhausted. He's spent right now. This is not good for Braun Strowman. He needs to dig deep here. A match is on the line for Braun Strowman against the big dog, a former world champion Roman Reigns. It's been over 2 years since he's held the world title here in Universe Mode. Now looking to make a statement here against Braun Strowman. Again, another powerbomb. How did he connect with that at this stage of this match? With the amount of exhaustion he's experiencing, the amount of energy he's had to use. Maybe he's used every last ounce of energy he's got left on that move. Braun Strowman, though, don't get up because Reigns is lining him up again. Another spear, is it coming? Yes! Another spear! And Braun Strowman is looking up at the lights, but he's kicked out! Wow! Reigns cannot believe what he just saw. Roman Reigns cannot beat Braun Strowman. Strowman has kicked out again. Well, this is why Braun Strowman is touted to be the next big thing here on SmackDown. potentially one of the next world champions. He will be a world champion at some point. It's just a matter of whenever he gets the opportunity. And if he helps Team Edge win at Survivor Series, maybe Strowman will be the next man in line for that championship. That's the incentives that have been placed on this big matchup. Now Strowman picked up again, but now Strowman connecting there, slaps down Roman Reigns with the inverted DDT. Now Strowman, walking over the body of Reigns. 380 pounds of Braun Strowman. Now Braun has him up again. Snapmare takedown. Braun Strowman just wrenching the fists, trying to crush the skull of Roman Reigns. Continue to wear him down, but also trying to gain his breath back as well, because he's taken a beating. A number of spears. Braun Strowman somehow still in this matchup. And if you're Edge right now, you've got to be enjoying what you're seeing out of Braun, because Braun is giving Reigns the match of his life right now. This is such a tough battle between these two. Coming out, Roman, can he beat Braun? No, he can't. And Edge, even if Braun can, probably loses here tonight, Edge will know that Braun got so close, and maybe he'll find what went wrong at Survivor Series and rectify it. Now the cover, again a kick out. Braun's getting closer though. Braun's getting close, and oh, what the hell is this? Oh, come on. Braun is starting to get himself in a position to win this matchup against Reigns. And these two are back here again. Two men that have stalked Braun Strowman. Two men that just, whenever we see Strowman, these two seem to show up not long after. Sheamus and Cesaro. Well, come on. What do these two want? Cesaro, former Intercontinental Champion and US Champion and Tag Team Champion. He's done it all but win the big one. Sheamus has won the big one. And now both men are making a beeline to the ring. Braun Strowman is distracted. He's looking at what Sheamus and Cesaro are doing. Oh, hang on, back in the ring. Strowman down. Thanks to the Superman punch. Is this it now for Strowman? Surely not this way. Oh, thank goodness. The distraction by Sheamus and Cesaro did not cost Braun the match, but right now he's in a really bad spot. Reigns lining him up again. I don't know if he can kick out of another one. Here comes the spear. Braun is down. Sheamus, Cesaro distracting Braun just when Braun was getting back into this matchup, and cost him the match. Reigns wins. Roman Reigns gets the win, and Braun Strowman suffers a defeat here tonight. Give Sheamus and Cesaro the assist, and Roman Reigns. And how do you beat this guy? Reigns is just in incredible form right now. He's having the run of his life. He's beating everybody in his way. Roman Reigns is nearly unbeatable at this point. Braun Strowman back to his feet, and oh no, Sheamus and Cesaro, here comes the mugging. Well, I think we can assume that these two have joined Team Reigns. Roman Reigns leaving the ring and making sure nobody comes out here for the save, because Sheamus and Cesaro are just beating down Braun Strowman. This is what these two have been wanting to do. They did it at Backlash, they beat him officially, but they're not done with him yet. Sheamus and Cesaro have joined Team Roman Reigns. They are the second and third member, and a brogue kick. Team Reigns just needs one more member now. And Sheamus beating down Braun Strowman with a brogue kick. Cesaro is pretty proud of himself too. These two have just stalked Braun for weeks now. Braun's trying to get back to his feet. He's had a hellacious match against Roman Reigns. Cesaro and Sheamus now. Look out, the leg sweep takes down Strowman again. And Braun is just lifeless. Cesaro is going to toss him out of the ring. The big man crashes and burns outside the ring. Sheamus and Cesaro join Team Reigns. We've now got 3 apiece on each team. And I got to say, Team Reigns is looking really, really good. Well, Survivor Series is coming your way very soon. Of course, let's not forget about our big triple threat match between AJ, Zayn, and Bray. More on that one next week. But ladies and gentlemen, that is all we have time for this edition of SmackDown in Universe Mind. If you enjoyed it, make sure you do hit that like button. Let's try and hit 250 likes. NXT coming up next. Of course, the fallout of TakeOver. You don't want to miss that one. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so whenever I do upload, you are notified, because we all know YouTube can be a little bit buggy at times. So this way, you know that when I upload, you're going to get it, you're going to be notified, and you won't miss it. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next episode.